Tottenham 2, Arsenal 3. We never make things easy for ourselves. Sometimes our worst enemy can be ourselves. Oh my days. Just, we thought we were in cruise control. We thought we were in cruise control on the highway chilling. Yo, the way we nearly imploded was crazy. Obviously, we got the dub. The dub was all that matters. If you asked me before the game, what result do I want? I'm telling you, I wouldn't say 3-2, but a W's a W. I'd take a 3-2. I'll snatch your hand off for a 3-2, literally. But the way this game panned out, it was crazy because first half, we were super efficient. This is just to give a brief overview. First half, we were super efficient. Second half, I feel like we were doing all right. And then Raya played them back into the game with a silly, stupid, silly error. Like, come on, David Raya. Like, that's couple errors he's made leading to goals this season. I know if that's Aaron Ramsdale, hey, Arteta was harsh with the judgment. And I'm still not fully convinced about Raya. Yes, he has his qualities, but I'm still not fully convinced. And obviously, as I get further onto the video, I'm going to show you two particular moments where I feel like Raya could be doing better. I know, like, Van de Ven's goal was offside. Yes, he dived the wrong way anyways. And Romero's goal, which he gifted to him when we were 3-0 up, he dived the wrong way again. So it's a bit, I'm like, he's shot stopping. I don't know, bro. We have to ask questions, and we have every right to ask questions about his shot stopping. Yeah, I see sometimes he's claiming crosses. I love that. He's obviously comfortable with his feet, but I don't know how he made that mistake. I don't know if it was just being overconfident or whatever, but listen, that made it a very nerving ending for us. And obviously, Rice gave away a Stonewall penalty. He absolutely walloped the Tottenham players, private part. And yeah, it was a Stonewall penalty. Obviously, Mike Oliver didn't give it first time. I was shocked. VAR took one glance and he gave it straight away. So yeah, it was definitely a Stonewall penalty. And man, we can live and breathe. And obviously, in a couple minutes, the Nottingham City match starts. So I'm going to have to watch that. I'm not going to need a favour from you lot. But yeah, what a crazy game. North London derby is never easy. And listen, we take the W and move on. Even in our invincible season, we were 2 goals up. And we ended up drawing that game 2-2 when we won the league at, White Hart Lane. So North London derby, no matter how good Arsenal is or how bad Tottenham's doing, you don't take those ones for granted. We take the W, we move on, because best believe they were wanting to spoil this game for us for sure. First 15 minutes was a bit cagey, but the first goal, it was one of those goals that really relieve a lot of pressure. Us from set pieces were dangerous. White has always been a distraction, but this one's crazy because Saka swings in a corner and Højbjerg tries to get something on it. He gets too much on it and he beats Vicaria. I tell you what, if you're a striker, that's a good finish, And I was like, yo, Højbjerg own goal. It looks like it can be our day. Within 15 minutes, demoralize the Tottenham team. And I was like, yeah, that's it, man. That's what I like to see. 1-0 up, 15 minutes. We got, our heads in front of the game. Do you know what I'm saying? Capitalize on that. And yeah, I think from that, we got a bit of confidence for sure. Because after that, we looked a bit more structured. Obviously, in this game, I feel like we were playing with a mid-block. We kind of let Tottenham have the ball really and truly because we trusted in our defence. Yeah, we trusted in our defence. Defensively, we were solid. We trust our dropping back, helping Saka dropping back, helping the the fullbacks, and the structure was very solid with Rice, Partey, you get what I'm saying, and Odegaard. That's the midfield we've always been wanting, and obviously Havertz dropping in to help support. So structurally, we were very good. So I'm all thinking like, all right, cool. We're 1-0 up. Let's make sure we make some moves, capitalize forwards. The ball comes out edge of the box. Pedro Porro, he's like, yo, I'm lacing it. And that's the thing, when you just shoot from distance, sometimes luck goes your way. He shoots from distance, it deflects, spills over. You can see Mickey Van de Ven, he's running onto it. I want you to pre-David Raya's position, as in look at David Raya's position. Cool, he's towards his near post. Fair enough, there's a massive gap towards the far post. Cool. So Van de Ven is running onto it, and you know what happens next. He just places it bottom left. But, Raya making the dive the wrong way. This is what I was talking about. He's already covering his near post pretty well. The far post was gaping. So I was thinking, was he trying to call Van de Ven's bluff or what? Like, I don't know, man. But he dived the wrong way, which frustrated me. But obviously, from that kind of range, it's hard to attribute much blame. And obviously, the goal didn't come. I'm just picking up on some things that I'm seeing with David Raya. I need to see improvement. Obviously, Ramsdale's very likely to leave in the summer, and we're gonna have to bring in another goalkeeper. I need a goalkeeper that's going to challenge David Raya. I need one, honestly, because the defense superb, amazing, and yeah, Raya does his bits and parts when he's collecting crosses and keeping everyone calm. But I need a world class keeper. The back line, world class. Can we say David Raya is world class? No, he's not. So that goal didn't count, and I'm like, phew, the offside margins were really tight. Because obviously, you know what's crazy? With the with the goal, it was literally between Gabriel's backside and like Van de Ven's arm. And hey, Van de Ven's arm won that one, thankfully. But yeah, cool. So we carry on being 1 up. We're like, hey, those were the warning signs. And Spurs hit the post, you know, later on with Romero, from a header. So the warning signs were there, cool. They were advancing in the box. As you can see, Kulusevski appears to lose his balance. Yeah, Trossard run just behind him, but for me, that wasn't a penalty. That wasn't a penalty. I think, if anything, Kulusevski's studs might have brushed off of Trossard's shin, but I don't think that's a penalty. That's definitely not a penalty. So we win the ball from here, and then we go on the counter-attack. Yeah, lunges, and this possesses Maddison. And yeah, Havertz is on the ball from this position, and you already see, look at the run that Bukayo Saka is making. Ben Davies has gone infield, he's moving narrow, and for a player of Havertz's quality, it's an easy pass for him to pick out. He lost a beautiful ball over the top to Bukayo Saka, who's advancing through on goal. And advancing onto the left, and I don't know, does Ben Davies think Bukayo Saka is going to take him like all the way down and use his right? I don't know, but hey, Saka does what he's known for best, cuts in on that left, and it's a lovely finesse into the bottom corner. And the finish from Saka was sweet. Pure finesse, calm, composed, bottom corner. And Saka, we have to give Bukayo Saka credit, because every North London derby he wants to cook. It doesn't matter, because recently, has he been on the best of form? No, but today he said, guess what? I'm the guy, I'm going to stand up to be counted. So big up Bukayo Saka, because it was a beautiful goal. Great ball from Havertz, and it was a fantastic counter-attacking goal. And 2-0 up, I was like, yeah, I feel like today's our day type of thing, Then cue the 38th minute. Cool. Tottenham, they've conceded a corner to us, and you know what we're like from corners. So literally, Rice has taken this one. Rice's set pieces have been amazing. Nicolas Jovet on, set pieces as our set piece coach. He's got us cooking. Rice swings a beautiful ball into the box whilst, White was distracting Vicario. And who's there to dunk in on Tottenham? Kai Blood Clot Havertz. Like that. Shout out Kai Blood Clot Havertz. He dunked on them like there was no way Vicario could stop it. 3-0. I'm like, yeah, this is lit. And the thing is, I'm telling you, Havertz as a 9 is working for us. And this is going to have to give Arteta something to think about long term. Because midfield Havertz, yeah, he makes the runs from, deep and stuff like that. But for me, I don't personally like it. But up front, he's got a lot to offer, like that. So we have to think, what do we want to do? Do we want to sign a bona fide number 9? Or do we want an attacker that can score goals from out wide type of thing? Like, we have to think about long term what the plan is for Havertz too, and also Rice as well, because do we want Rice to be the ultimate 6, the ultimate 8? Like, there's stuff to think about. So this transfer window is going to be Arteta's most important in terms of how we advance, and how our signings long term are kind of dealt with and stuff like that. But yeah, Havertz, it's been a fantastic form. He's 12th league goal. Big him up, bro. He's doing bits, bro. Big him up for real. Yeah, and he had to hit the nah celebration on Tottenham, like that. 3-0 up, I was like, yo, this is beautiful. I was ecstatic, but I'm like, alright, cool, it's 3-0, fantastic. 38th minute, it's a North London derby, we must get to the finish line. I promise you, I didn't think the game was over at 3-0. I know how these these games go. Funny enough, I had like some bad intrusive thoughts about Arsenal being 4-0 up against Newcastle, and Newcastle coming back to make it 4-4. I had them thoughts just running from me, and I was like, yo, guys, just keep it professional. I know 3-0 is comfortable, but it's a North London derby, and they'll love nothing more to spoil your day and spoil your title race, Cool, so we get into the second half, around the 60th minute, we're chilling, and I don't know why, for the life of me, David Raya tries to chip it into Thomas Partey. I mean, what was the necessary reward of making that pass? I think he could have gone out wide to Saliba. I just don't think it was necessary. He dawdles on the ball and he tries to lift it, to Partey with his weaker foot. Romero just intercepts it like easily. I don't know what David Raya was doing. Like I don't know what David Raya was doing. If not for our 3-goal cushion, there'll be a lot more stern words. I'll be real. I'll be so real because this is the most important North London derby probably in the last 20 years. You cannot be doing that, David Raya. I'm sorry, you cannot be doing that. Inaki Kanya, speak to him. Arteta, speak to him. We can't have this. We can't have this. Do you get? I want to be confident with my goalkeeper going into next season. This is a bozo mistake. What is this? Come on, I was actually so upset because no clean sheet as well. And David Wright, I want you to win the Golden Glove. I do, and you most likely will already have won it. Do you get what I'm saying? But you can't be making mistakes like this because guess what? Opposition fans, they're not attributing your Golden Glove to your crazy shot stopping. They're saying it's your defense. Obviously, we've got a mad defense, but hey, so if you want to put respect on your name, David Raya, you got to be doing better for sure. Because obviously, us as Arsenal fans, we watch you week in, week out. We're seeing what you're doing good, and we seeing what you're doing that's not too good. But opposition fans, hey, they're picking up on it too. So if you want to change the narrative, you need to do better. That's what I'm gonna say. Because this mistake was poor. There was no need, like 3-0 up. Like, what's the worst harm like that could happen if you just smash the ball long? Do you get it? Because of the way Tottenham were pressing in this moment, was this the right decision? No, it wasn't. I think like this decision, it was literally on par with the mistake that Aaron Ramsdale made last season against Southampton. But the only difference is the context, the circumstances. We were 3-0 up in this game. Fortunately for you, David Raya, in the Aaron Ramsdale game, it was the first minute, against Southampton. And we had already come off the back of 2 draws. So you got away. You caught life with this one. I don't want to see stuff like this again, please. I know keepers will make mistakes. It's important. Keepers will make mistakes. But I feel like this mistake in this magnitude of a game, in the context, it was just too much. And I've seen a couple already this season. Like, as a keeper, you might have 2 or whatever. But there's been more than 2 from David Raya. Do you get? I think I can count like 5, man. Come on. Like, our keeper needs to instill more confidence in us when it comes to just like shot stopping. Like shot stopping, I already have my reservations. You're diving one way, the other way. Come on, David Raya. I can see you can do better. That's the thing. You can do better. I believe you can do better. But it's concerning because I'm like, bro, you're 28. You're going on to 29. Do you get it? Obviously, keepers, they peak late and stuff like that. But it's not like you're a young keeper where I can excuse these kind of mistakes. Come on, you're meant to be experienced. You came up through, different leagues in the English pyramid. You were playing at Blackburn and stuff like that. It needs to be better. Come on, read the room, read the context of the game. That was just not necessary. It wasn't necessary. And obviously, Romero took the touch, and guess what happens again? He scored. And guess what again? Same scenario. David Raya dives the wrong way again. I already explained this once, so I'm not going to go in too much on it. But yeah, pattern up. Just pattern up, man. And then, mid-80th minute, ball's bouncing around. Declan Rice absolutely levers Ben Davies on his underside. And this is the most Stonewall pen I've seen. Michael Oliver, he was in the right position. He didn't even give the pen. VR told him, have a look. He took one glance. It was a pen straight. And yeah, it was a pen. It was fair for it to be a pen. Rice absolutely levered him. It was a very silly challenge to make from Rice. I was actually surprised he made that type of challenge. Just trying to hoof it and accidentally, hoofed Ben Davies. It was a poor challenge, man. But Rice has been pretty much near perfect all season. So because it didn't affect us, in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to be easy on them. Rice, we live, we learn. I don't see much of that from Rice's game, so it happens. North London derby, I think nerves and all of that, it gets to people because I haven't seen Rice make that kind of mistake for us personally. But yeah, man, it was a pen for sure. And I thought David Raya was going to be able to, atone for his mistake. He did dive the right way, to be fair to him, compared to the other 2. But listen, this penalty from Hunminson, world class, absolutely lashed it in the top left-hand corner. And yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. But it was a nervy end to the game because we had like 10 minutes, including the 6 minutes of added time. It was a nervy ending, man. You had Vicario coming up for corners. You had this, you had that. Like, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. And thankfully, we got through. We got through it, man. It's one of those ones where it's like after the game, I was just like, man, like, I couldn't even enjoy the celebration too tough because I'm still thinking about, we just got away with that. We just got away with that type of thing, innit? But as the days kind of like commence and stuff like that, that's when I'll be able to, enjoy the win more and the value of it for sure. But it was a nervy one, but listen, we got through it. Come on, you Gunners, man.